morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to take a little bit of a look at the release schedule. Yeah, that's right, it's been a month. It is time to refresh the release schedule of the Pokémon TCG, so you lovely folks know exactly what is coming, when it's coming, etc. Although there are a few question marks in the release schedule at the moment, we'll get to them at the end of the video. So, we still need to start, like we did last month, with the usual I don't know what's going on with the Eevee boxes thing. I know that some people have actually had these released. I know some people have seen them posting about it, etc. That's lovely. In the UK, these Eevee Vmax boxes, your Flareon, your Jolteon, your Vaporeon, they're not out yet. We don't even have a release date at the moment. I've spoken to a bunch of friends who own online stores, deal with distributors, etc. And the word I've gotten from all of them is they are being told Q1 of this year, which is January, February, March. Now, in the Netherlands, people have received emails telling them that they will be coming out in January, so I'm hoping they are still a January release. The answer is, at the moment, we don't quite know. Some people have them, some people don't. Some people are expecting them in January, some people are expecting them in Q1, which could be, but is not necessarily January. It's a little bit up in the air, but I still contend this Flareon is my favourite product they've ever released. I want this so badly. I think I've got a pre-order in at a wonderful store, so fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen, fingers crossed. But the next proper confirmed release are the Glaceon and Leafeon V-Star Special Collections, and these are pretty special. Now, I am hearing rumours that these might be quite low stock initially. I am going to talk to some friends about that, see what I can glean. But like I told you in a video the other day, don't panic. I did a video about it, I'll link it in the description. Don't panic. Speak to your local stores, go to the places you usually buy your Pokemon cards, and try and make sure you're prepared. Don't rely on running into shops and buying them on release date. Make sure you're prepared in advance. And like I say, and I know this is not the case for everyone, and I apologise, but if you've got a good local game store, get friendly, because they will always hook you up with hard-to-find products. Now, here you get a Glaceon V and V-Star and a Jumbo V-Star, or a Leafeon V and V-Star and a Jumbo V-Star. And essentially, when it comes to these are exclusive. There is no other place at the moment to get this Glaceon and Leafeon V and V-Star. Yes, there are Glaceon and Leafeon V in Evolving Skies. No, they are not the same. They are different cards. They are, as I like to call it, the phrase I tend to use, is mechanically unique. Also very important to note that the regulation mark is E on the ones in Evolving Skies and F here, which means these will be legal in the format for 1 year longer than the ones in Evolving Skies. No other place to buy them, so the deal is this: if you want to play these, you need to pick up the boxes. And yes, if you actually want to play them, you might need up to 4 of the box of the one you actually want to play, because if you want a 4-4 line, which you may well, yeah, you're gonna need 4 of the boxes. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You have been warned. Moving on from there, I don't think it's technically a confirmed release date yet, but we can all assume that the Brilliant Stars pre-release will happen on the 11th of February. That is because it is 2 weeks before the release of Brilliant Stars, so that weekend and the following weekend will be the Brilliant Stars pre-releases. Again, that's not technically confirmed, but come on, it's confirmed. We all know it's confirmed at this stage. Pre-releases always happen 2 weeks before the release of the set proper. So this is where you can go and get your build and battle kits, you can get your first taste of Brilliant Stars, and you can get 1 of 4 pre-release promos. Interesting to note that as it stands at the moment, we are still completely ignorant as to what those pre-release promos are. And nowadays, Pokemon doesn't tend to, reveal these. I don't tend to announce them. They used to. Used to be an article go up on the official website. Now it's generally the first store that gets them in tends to share exactly what they are. But you will get 1 of 4 of those. We'll find out later. But then, as I said, you need to wait 2 weeks until Brilliant Stars comes out proper. That is February the 25th. And Brilliant Stars is a very exciting set. It is a set that brings in Pokemon V like Arceus and Charizard and Shaymin and Whimsicott, which, if we haven't seen it yet, we haven't at the time of recording, we will definitely see by Friday at the latest. And if we have seen it, it's on the screen, and yay! I hope it's good. They are the only 4V star in the set, essentially, that is confirmed. It is also the set that brings us in all of those character rares and super rares, and I am very excited. Except, and I've given this warning so many times, but it really does need to be repeated, it doesn't actually bring in all of those character rares and super rares. There are 70 in Japan and 30 in our set. The 30 number is confirmed, so we are basically getting 43% of them. Some people have suggested that we will get the 28 character rares plus the Mimikyu, both the V and Vmax character super rares, because Mimikyu Vmax is a new card that we know for a fact is coming. Sensible? Absolutely. Confirmed. Not on your life, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely not confirmed. Not even a little bit. So we'll have to wait and see for that one. Now, in terms of the products, obviously you've got your booster boxes and booster packs. That one's fairly standard. You've then got your free pack blisters. I have already pre-ordered 3 of these at Smith's because they'd only let me pre-order 3 because I don't want to miss out on these because they've got the Okacheke, Glaceon and Leafeon promos. And I like me some free pack blisters. I've made that really clear on this channel over the years. But if you're giving me free pack blisters with Okacheke promos, like I could see myself buying 9 of each of these so I can have a page in my binder of each of the Glaceon and Leafeon. The only other products I intend to buy from Brilliant Stars are the 1-pack blisters featuring Eevee and Flapple, because the Eevee is also an Okacheke artwork card. The Flapple is not. The Flapple was a Korokoro promo over in Japan. Now, all 4 of these cards are new, but the Eevee is an alternate art of a previous promo Eevee. The Flapple, Glaceon and Leafeon are all brand new cards. They're not particularly good, but they are brand new cards, so if you want them, you'll have to get the promos here. Usual warning, these 1-pack blisters you generally will not find at your local game store. These are generally found in supermarkets and big box stores. Just this past week, I finally saw the Fusion Strike ones popping up at Tesco in the UK. So, they're not always the quickest ones to buy or find, but they do tend to pop up in your supermarkets, big box stores, things of that nature. The 1-pack blisters you will find at your local game store are your Check Lane blisters, and this time they feature the Salamence and Hydreigon that came around in Evolving Skies. And I need to give you my usual warning here as well. These are just about the most skippable products you will ever find, because what you essentially have is a regular pack and 3 ordinary everyday run-of-the-mill cards from Evolving Skies. They're not promo numbered, they're not alternate artwork, they don't have stamps on, they don't have even an alternate holo pattern. They are just free, as soon as you open these, you've got 3 regular cards and a booster pack. So all I'm going to tell you is, buy these for your sealed collection, or buy them because you really want these Salamence and or Hydreigon. Do not buy these normally because they are more expensive. You know, the other 1-pack blisters are cheaper and have exclusive promos in. They are by far the better option. Although the 3-pack blisters work out a bit cheaper and they've got Glaceon and Leafeon in, so come on. We also see that the Elite Trainer Box is coming here. And as normal, we have both the regular and the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer Box, which is a little bit interesting because since I recorded my last release schedule, they have gone and opened an official online Pokemon Center that ships to the UK. It's a UK Pokemon Center. And that's super interesting because they have had the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer Boxes for instance, Fusion Strike and Celebrations on that site. So people in the UK, I know in the North America, in the US, Canada, you've already had this for a while now, but people in the UK, it is not just possible, but very probable that these will be available on the Pokemon Center UK, so you will actually be able to get hold of these. I've never had the chance to buy these, well, on release. Like I say, some of them did go up on the Pokemon Center UK. This is the first set where on release, I'm going to potentially be able to pre-order and get one of the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes. That's a pretty big deal. Now, in terms of what they are, basically, you get your usual Elite Trainer box. We've had these for years. The exclusive one gets you different sleeves, an Arceus coin, 2 extra booster packs, and a deck box. And that's it. So if you're into that, brilliant. If you're not, that's fine too. What I will say is, you do get V-Star markers in these, just like in the Glaceon and Leafeon boxes, because of course V-Stars have their once per game V-Star power. You need to be able to check whether you've used it or not, very much like a GX marker back in the day. And also, you'll notice that the energy is different nowadays. They are changing the design of the energy for Brilliant Stars, start of year 3 of Sword and Shield. So it is kind of fun. If you want the new energy style, this is the best place to get a big pile of new energy. So if the new energy, if it's really tickling your fancy, it's actually worth getting an Elite Trainer box to get a set of the new energy. The other product which is being released is the Build and Battle Stadium, and as I've told you previously, this is going to be available in the UK for the first time, and I believe other parts of Europe as well. It's basically what you need to do a little pre-release at home for a couple of people, so you get 2 Build and Battle kits, 4 extra booster packs, and a few accessories and all of that. Again, if you're looking for the pre-release promos, Build and Battle kits, etc., it's really cool. Otherwise, you probably don't need to bother. Now, those are the only actual dates we've got, but we know in Q1 we are getting the V Battle decks, and these are going to be featuring Lycanroc and Corviknight. Now, these are brand new decks, but a couple of warnings here about these. First of all, these are reprints. We've seen these cards before. They are promo numbered, they are alternate art, so that's really cool, but they are just reprints, that is very important. And secondly, remember that these V-Battle decks are generally for newer players. They don't tend to be very competitive, they don't tend to have a huge amount of staples in. Those are the League Battle decks. So, again, buy these if you want the alternate art promos, etc. But these are not your essential products for most people, I think is fair to say. The other thing which is dated Q1 with no definite release date is your Battle Academy, and this is the one. Now, interestingly enough, I had a couple of friends who got in touch with me over Christmas to say they'd bought the first Battle Academy, remember the second one isn't out yet, for their kids over Christmas, and I love that they got in touch, that is awesome, and spoke extremely highly. Put simply, if you just want to get into the Pokemon TCG, or there is somebody you want to teach to play, get involved, etc., these are the actual best products around. Sure, there's other ways to get hyper competitive super quickly, but if what you really want to do is learn to play the game or teach someone to play the game, etc., the Battle Academy is the #1 product. You get free ready-made decks, and it very much is presented like a board game. The decks aren't hitting for weakness and all of that. It's really, really cool. When my children are old enough to learn to play, this is probably what I'm going to end up using, because there's 3 balanced decks against each other, and it's just extremely cool. Now, those are the products that have been announced, but there are a few other products. Now, these very much go in the unconfirmed category, so we're going to mention them at the end. We're going to pop them on nice and quickly. Do please bear in mind these are unconfirmed, and we've seen listings, etc., but these have not been announced or revealed, and everything is subject to change. So Sword and Shield 10, the next set after Brilliant Stars, will be coming in May. To be honest with you, we didn't need a listing here, right? Because we know this. The Pokemon TCG sets come out in February, May, August, and November. So although we've not seen a listing, spoiler alert, Sword and Shield 11's coming out in August. And Sword and Shield 12's coming out in November. This should not surprise anyone, not even a little bit. We have absolutely no information about this whatsoever. It's probably going to have V-Stars in. I remain absolutely convinced it's not going to be Vmaxes. That's about all we know. More interestingly, as I did a video on the other day, in summer, and yes, I know that's not a particularly clear release date, we are going to be getting Sword and Shield 10.5, which is the new special set. So we had Shining Fates, we had Celebrations. This is going to be the next special set. By special set, I mean it's not a February, May, August, November release, and you won't be able to just go and buy booster packs, booster boxes, elite trainer boxes, free pack blisters, things like that. Although there might be blisters. They're not currently listed. What you will instead get is your series of products and premium collections and all of that, which will have the booster packs in. Once again, this is something on which we currently have no information. It could be mirroring a Japanese set which is unrevealed, or it could be filling in some holes, some stuff we haven't received from Japan. There are a number of options. They generally tend to mirror Japanese sets, so at some point in the not too distant future we'll probably have that Japanese set revealed, and when it is we'll all go, that's what that summer 10.5 set is. Again, we don't know, we'll have to wait and see. We have also seen listings for Darkrai and Lucario V-Star boxes. You can expect these to be exactly the same as the Leafeon and Glaceon boxes, but with these. Now, it is worth noting that actually we've only seen listings in Japan, so there is every possibility that Darkrai and Lucario actually get put into sets here, but it is interesting that Leafeon and Glaceon V-Star were also released in separate boxes in Japan, and then here. So I think it's fair to say that Lucario and Darkrai being released in separate boxes in Japan means they're probably going to be released in separate boxes here. This is very much unconfirmed and has not been announced. We have seen a listing for a premium tournament collection. Again, unconfirmed, but a listing has been put there. And this looks very much like a second run of Marnie, although not featuring Marnie, featuring something else. We're again expecting one full art card and 3 other promos. And we have had some of these in Japan. There were a set of 4 of them with Leon, Nessa, Raihan, and Bee. But there is no new full art we don't have of Leon, so expect it to be Nessa, Raihan, or Bee. Again, this is unconfirmed. We've seen a listing, and I'm telling you what I think is the case. We do not have proof of this. This is not something which has been announced. And we've also been told that there are going to be new versions of Pokeball tins. Again, these are from distributor listings. They have not actually been announced. And a new set of V Battle decks, like the ones we see for Corviknight and Lycanroc. But again, we didn't really need distributor listings because these Pokeball tins come out every so often. We get new V Battle decks every so often. So it is news that there is a new premium tournament collection coming. We didn't know if we were ever going to get another one of those. That's really cool. Finding out we're getting new Pokeball tins and V Battle decks, shall we say, maybe a little bit more predictable. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we know is coming and what we're fairly sure is coming. And now it's over to you guys. Which of these products are you excited about? Which ones are you saving your money for? Which ones are you going to be running out to buy? Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.